Nope.
Yep. Nope. Welcome to Caleb Can't Read. I'm Caleb Terrence.
I'm Jordan Rabel.
See, it's fine. Yeah, you were ready. That's good.
Well, since you're doing it, you segue.
I can't segue because I don't know the source material. That's like the whole thing we do.
They're Swiss.
Yeah, cool. Thanks.
Well, come up with something.
Dude, I'm not...
See, it's not that easy, is it?
No,
I hate their cheese. Anyway, here we go.
Yeah, but you have an entire fucking week, jackass. I don't just fucking spring it upon you.
It does come up where it's like, it's always on a Friday night or usually on a Friday night. It is just like all of work sludge just fucking piled into a Friday where I gotta fucking like make sure that all the work is good and clean and clear so that for the 2 days that I'm not there, things don't fuck up astronomically. And then as soon as I come home, like with anxiety, sit down, crack open a beer, and it's like, hey, it's time to record. Ah, fuck.
Yeah.
Actually, we do have a couple of updates with some past subjects.
Wait, about what?
Specifically on our Anne Frank episodes and our book burning episodes.
Oh, well, haven't you told me anything about this? Did you tell me anything about this?
No, I haven't.
Oh, okay, cool.
So with Anne Frank, so granted, this could be another, like, somebody's trying to sell a book type thing, but they're pretty fucking sure that they know the guy who actually sold out Anne Frank and her family.
Oh.
And it was just some dude. Like, it was nobody that had anything to do with the family or nothing. They can't even really reveal if he was part of the Opekta factory, because if you'll remember, there were a few dudes who knew that they were in there, who were working at the spice factory, and they were just regularly getting blackmail money. This was a Jewish community leader, so which is extra, like, shitty.
Oh. I was about to say, oh, well, that's not as juicy if it wasn't part of the... Oh.
Yeah.
That's not good.
Yeah, exactly.
All right.
So, and I mean, you got to think, like, how fucking many other people did he sell out? Because he's, like, their community leader. Like, people are coming up to this dude with information. Anyway, if that is true, that family has got a couple weeks to change their last name.
And you really know how to fucking kill my buzz, you know that?
Oh, well, let's talk about something better.
What's the next update? Yeah, come on.
Greg Locke, the dude who did the Tennessee book burnings.
Yeah.
So he's recently come out with a video where he says that he knows of, I think, 6 to 8 witches within his community. And
Why did you show me this?
Well, so here's the thing. He says that he knows and here's the thing. It is kind of a scary video because he's like, we know their first names, we know their last names, we know their addresses, and they better get out while they can. And it's like...
That's pretty easy to find. I mean,
but to be... Well, the reason I think that he knows their addresses, I'm willing to bet that these women are ones that he fucking hit on and they said no.
Witches? Wait, I thought he had, like, does he have, like, video evidence of them being witches, or is he just saying they're...
He was hoping to have video evidence of them doing other
I've been recording them for years.
No, this is...
just digging deeper there, bud.
I mean, he's kind of got, like, a dictatorship on a small scale. Once you got brainwashed morons just doing whatever, they're like, yeah, I believe them, witches. And they'll just go do whatever, fucking assassinate somebody that wouldn't sleep with you or whatever. Anyways, the dude's insane, but I mean, hey, fuck him.
Okay, we're straight up calling out witches now, though.
Yeah.
God damn. God damn, dude.
God, I love this country.
Fuck. This place is a fucking nightmare.
America is like the world's largest theme park that just like all the operators have just had decades and generations of cocaine abuse.
What are you talking about? No, this is like some small, shitty, weird park.
This is one section of the park. This is one ride. But baby, that whole park is on fire. Hell yeah.
Well, now we got to start over.
Why?
That was lame.
You're the lame.
I mean, my point still stands, man.
So, let's get started, shall we?
I guess.
Man, fuck you.
Okay, yeah, cool.
Johann David Wyss was born in Bern, Switzerland sometime in 1743. Now, there isn't too much information on Johann himself, such as his actual birthday, because from all the websites I looked at, they all seem to have varying dates. and yet none of them are confident enough to say sometime in the spring of 1743 or anything like that. They all have very specific dates, like March 13th or May 28th or something, but I couldn't find out where anyone was getting their numbers from. Fuck it, he's January. But either way, Johann David Wyss was born sometime in early 1743. And while the rest of the information on him is sparse, this is what else we know about him. Johann became what?
Nothing going.
What? What the fuck? What?
No, it's fine. I just thought about something from earlier. It's okay.
Really?
I don't know. Maybe. Come on, go ahead, man. It's okay. Go ahead, do your thing.
Yeah.
Come on, everybody's here to watch you do your thing. Do your
No,
thing.
stop it. Don't
It's
look
okay.
at me.
Come on.
Johann became a chaplain in Bern, where he would spend his entire life. He served in the Swiss army, serving as his regiment's holy man, and at one point was stationed in Italy. During his time in the military, although only a chaplain, Johann still managed to learn the basic combat and survival skills they teach in boot, as well as learning the basics of sailing and becoming adept at 4 different languages.
Okay, wait a minute. What is it? Did you bother to inquire as to what in the fuck you did as a holy man in the military back then?
Same thing that you do now. You kind of just
Is it still a thing?
Yeah.
Is it awesome, like some Space Marine shit, or is it like lame, like some real life shit?
What do the chaplains and Space Marines do?
Oh, bro.
Fuck that. I'm sorry I asked. This is supposed to be a short episode. I don't want to go into this. No, they give fucking mass and like just wear a bulletproof vest and shit, but like,
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but they're still soldiers. And basically whenever somebody dies on the battlefield or is dying on the battlefield, they'll run over and give last rites while their fucking bullets are flying over their heads. It's pretty intense, but like, I don't know. You're kind of brave because you believe in a higher power and that you're going someplace better too. Like, God, I'm
when
glad
you put it
he's
that way, fuck you.
I just mean like, if I'm looking over and this dude's running into the fucking fire, just like, I gotta deliver his last rites. What about you? I don't care about me. All right, you know what? Fuck you. Yeah.
Last rights. Okay, cool. Go. Like,
just fucking, our holy lords. Okay. All right. Hey, there he goes. Now, at some point, Johann married and had 4 sons. The names of 2 I could not find, but I have to imagine were also Johann, because the 2 that I do know of were also named Johann.
yeah, okay, so 4 sons named Johann.
Yeah, they all
100%.
just have different middle names. Arguably, the most important of the Johann boys was Johann Rudolf Wyss, who I will just call Rudolf to stave off from any confusion. Rudolf was born March 4th, 1782, when his father Johann was around 39. And from what I could tell, Johann David Wyss was a good father, passing the time with his children with tales of adventures that he would stem from stories he read to the family. Doing this, Johann was able to implement Christian lessons into the tales he told. So instead of just instilling the fear of God into the boys, he told them pirate tales and whatnot so as not to bore them. And at the end of the day, they still end up with a good lesson, Like...
Except with, sick shit like pirates.
Yeah, it's like, and then he was going to kill him, but he didn't because he prayed real hard, and hey, he's just going to hell anyway.
It's probably better than that, but go on.
And eventually, it got to be like an improv session. All the Johanns got in on it. One Johann would start the story, another Johann would come up with the conflict. All the Johanns would just try and hash out a resolution.
I don't know why I really don't like this family.
They're too fucking wholesome. Like, no one's getting beaten. I don't like it.
That's so fucked up about... Do you have that too, where when things are wholesome, you just get mad?
Is it because I'm jealous, though? I don't know.
I don't know where it comes from. It's not good, but it's very much there in my gut.
You know what? Fuck this family. I bet that their hugs really mean something. Yeah, fuck them.
Fucking piece of shit.
Bastard. Yeah.
Healthy relationships with people.
He didn't even masturbate till he was 20. Fuck him.
That's not healthy.
No. But I bet it's true.
Is that wholesome?
I don't know. Father, I found something out the other day.
Wait, you think it's a wholesome trait to not masturbate until you're older?
I mean,
you get fucking post nut shame to this day, don't you? You poor bastard.
No, I just think that they're like wholesome also has to come with a sense of like if something's wholesome, then you also have to have a sense of what's the word? I'm gonna go with the word dipshitness to it. You just don't have enough smarts to know what's really going on, so things become wholesome because you're too stupid.
Because you're not woke.
Because you just ain't woke.
Yeah.
That's not very woke of them.
not in the way that we use the woke, but woke of. Okay, moving along.
All right, liberal. Now, they would all get in on...
Fuck you.
They would all get in on this fucking, like, improv session, you know? All while Elder Johann played a referee to make sure their decisions would be aligned with something good and Christian. So, yeah, he's cutting in there, too, just and then he shot him. Ah, but did he give him a chance to pray first? Yes. Okay. You know? Yeah, I hate this family. Actually, I hate the work that stems from this, too, so... But besides this...
Hate is a strong word.
I hate it.
I mean it.
Yeah. But besides this, the boys were also interested in books of adventure and seafaring when they weren't just making shit up to pass the day. The most popular book amongst the Wyss family was Robinson Crusoe by Daniel Defoe. They thought Robinson Crusoe was the absolute shit. No one ever got tired of hearing it, except maybe Johann Sr., but most importantly to the entire Wyss family, it gave them the basis in which to tell more stories. Instead of trying to rack their little brains coming up with something different, the Wyss family began to tell their own version of Robinson Crusoe. And what Johann David Wyss did was start writing these stories down. He just wanted these tales to be on record for his sons to look back on someday, just fondly. No intention of ever publishing it. But over time, Johann's second eldest son, named Johann Emanuel Wyss, whom I will call Emmanuel, going forward, began illustrating pictures to accompany these stories. Classically a window painter and ornithologist, Emmanuel managed to complete several illustrations for the book.
I really appreciate you, making an effort to differentiate in between all the Johanns. I want you to know, though.
There's Rudolph, there's Johann, and then there's Emmanuel. Which I don't know how they pronounce Emmanuel in Swedish, because I didn't know that was ever something that came across Sweden at all.
I just want you to know, I appreciate the effort, okay? And it's not that I'm not listening, but I'm at the end of the week, and I'm a few drinks deep currently, so I'm not going to remember the order of these.
All right, hang on. Pick that page back up. We'll start over.
Oh, you should... No, let it go. Let it go. Let the vibe...
Just lie to me, then.
Oh, shit. Yeah, I can do that.
Oh, okay. I'm getting harder. Now, when Rudolph, the eldest son...
I can get hard.
Just lie to me. The eldest son was 23. He became the professor of philosophy at the University of Bern, at the time called the Bern Academy, from which he afterwards became the chief librarian of Bern's library. I'm guessing this was seen as a step up from philosophy professor, because otherwise you're philosophy professor. But either way, Rudolph made it his life's mission to compile many different...
Wait, why is philosophy professor bad?
Ugh, fuck.
I don't... Explain. I have no academic
All right,
anything,
so basically...
Okay?
Basically, I mean, fucking... Look, man, philosophy is a hell of a weird degree to get in the first place, because what the fuck are you going to do for work? You know?
I don't philosophize. I don't fucking
yeah,
understand.
you're making money. You're just going to fucking come up with money just like, well, in a sense, I guess this dirt is equal to payment to $1. No, it's not.
Oh.
It's stupid.
Oh.
You're stupid.
Okay. All right, I'm following.
Philosophy used to be something when you could publish books on philosophy, and that was all new and great in the time of like Carl Jung and fucking Sigmund Freud or whatever, but nobody wants to publish a philosopher. They know that the return is not going to be good.
Word.
Also, I actually took a philosophy class because I thought it would be an easy A.
Of course you did.
And it was an easy A. I took one in college, and the teacher was he knew he fucked up. You know,
you could just see it. And
you could just.
Did he just admit it?
Just the coffee he had was always like to the brim and just very. Like, you knew it wasn't his first one either. Like, he's doing what he can to stay awake, because if he falls asleep, that's when the dreams come back. You can't start dreaming, because you're a philosophy professor.
You gotta keep them dreams dead.
Keep them fucking dead. Yep.
Don't remember.
Well, either way, Rudolph made it his life's mission to compile many different compilations of Swiss folklore, getting some of these down onto paper for the first time ever, keeping some of these tales alive even today. He also penned Switzerland's national anthem in 1811 called Rufst du mein Vaterland, while sung in the tune of God Save the King, which I'll do for you now.
Don't.
I don't have it.
I will fucking flip this table I will break this. I will break this
Vaterland.
fucking recording device. I will not buy another one. Motherfucker.
But the purpose of the anthem was not for mere patriotism.
Do you think I could do a fucking ollie on this soundboard?
No.
I think I could.
Prove it.
Right now?
Oh, yeah. Well, Caleb couldn't do it, and it wasn't just code that he had to pee. But the purpose of the anthem that he created was not for mere patriotism. It was actually supposed to be a war song sung by the troops before battle. The national anthem was eventually changed in 1961 to Swiss Psalm by Albrecht Zweissig, probably because Swiss armies never battle anyone. Well, sometime after his brother Emmanuel made the illustrations for the family stories they made as kids, Rudolph looked at this stack of over 800 pages and began editing it for wider publication. Breaking the novel down to just over 300 pages, the book was finally released in 1812 as The Swiss Family Robinson. Do you know this one? Heard of it?
Fuck, dude.
What?
I don't remember what this is exactly.
Is it
but I
ringing a bell?
remember that I don't fucking like it.
That sounds about right. I'm with you, brother.
Okay.
What do you think is worse, though, a philosophy professor or an ornithologist?
What the fuck is an ornithologist?
Bird scientist.
Oh.
You know, feet.
Well, that would be worst. But probably
Yeah, professional foot smeller.
I don't know. Probably still the philosophy professor.
I would have to say so, yeah.
Yes.
I'm willing to bet in a battle of minds that I could convince you of otherwise. I think that makes you worse.
If I had to take either a bird scientist or a philosophy professor on a date, bird scientist.
Oh, fuck yeah.
100%.
Oh, my God. Yeah, you're right.
All
yeah.
kinds of weird bird
Which
facts.
one would... yeah, absolutely.
Like, cool.
You're actually 100% correct, yeah.
Yeah.
Fucking Nicole listens to a 2-minute, like it's 2 minutes at a time podcast, like per episode, called Bird Note. And they just give you a quick...
Birds!
Yeah, pretty much. They're just like, you know, did you know this? And they'll just say a quick fucking thing
You're
about
like, no,
a bird.
fucking course I didn't.
Yeah, and you know what? It is charming. It is charming. I will never put on a philosophy podcast in my life.
All right, no. That's the kind of fucking... I can get down with that level of wholesome.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah.
They probably smell equally weird, though. But
Yeah,
you know
no,
what?
bird
Yeah.
people are fucking weird.
Oh, yeah. Plus, you got to be around them. They shit all the time, you know?
They scream.
Wait, the ornithologist or the...
I mean, I'm sure sometimes, but I'm talking about the birds. You know,
I can make them scream.
stop. Don't.
In a sexual way, okay?
Because you're a healthy, sexually active man.
Look
right?
at this. Huh?
Yeah.
And while it may seem confusing at first, the family's name in the book, the last name, is never actually mentioned in the novel. It's not Robinson. It's just meant to allude to the fact that this was one of the many stories heavily inspired by Robinson Crusoe. It was just a drop in the bucket when it came to the many Robinsonades that came after Defoe's original.
Still over here. Still got gay parents. Still laughing at AIDS. Oh, fuck, I'm going to hell. All right, what's up?
Anyway, this is the story. Quote, "The tempest had raged for 6 days, and on the 7th seemed to increase. The ship had been so far driven from its course that no one on board knew where we were. Every one was exhausted with fatigue and watching. The shattered vessel began to leak in many places. The oaths of the sailors were changed to prayers, and each thought only how to save his own life. Fritz, Ernest, Jack, and Francis are the monikers for the Johann David Wyss's 4 real-life children. The boys and their parents, expertly named mother and father, are sailing with a captain and his crew.
See, honey, what you wanted to name him, I put it down here in the book. See? I listened.
I just thought
I just thought they should all have my name.
I just thought Ernest was a pretty good name. Well, he's Emmanuel now, all right?
Wait. We haven't heard... What the fuck? Where's his wife? We haven't heard one single...
Don't worry about her. It's the 1700s, and she's a woman.
Oh, okay, all right. I'm just curious.
Could be fucking dead. Who cares? She's a woman in 1700s.
Oh, you got 5 pages here, man. Let's hear it. Like...
So they're sailing with a captain and his crew to Australia when they're hit by a fierce storm, which lasts a whole week. From below deck, Father can hear the captain scream that all is lost, and by the time Father gets to the upper deck to see what's going on, witnesses the captain and all his crew abandoning ship on life rafts without the family. Well, the ship does end up sandbarred just off the coast of a deserted island. So the family makes a raft from barrels on the ship and load it with whatever they can salvage, including a couple of dogs. While making camp on the island, the boys scout their new home. Don't lick your lips at that. Stop it.
No. You can't be upsettingly wholesome without dogs.
Eat Fritz. Eat the boy.
Eat the boy.
And when what they find is a tremendous variety of animals and plant life. And this island had me scratching my head all the way through. Like, I recognized that it was derived from a bunch of kids just passing the time with no knowledge of geography. But on this island, there are jackals, flamingos, geese, walruses, penguins, and practically everything else. And oh god, the penguins. I'll get back to them in a minute.
So they landed in ooh.
Ooh, wait.
That was not the reference. But
yeah, I know.
What the fuck is a jackal?
It's like a
No, I know it's like a dog thing.
Yeah.
But I just realized this moment I don't actually know what the fuck a jackal is.
It's like a dog, but a different genealogy.
It's like a different dog.
It's just
thing.
a wild dog, basically.
It's like a fox, dog, fox, cat.
It's an Anubis.
I want an Anubis.
It's an Anubis.
Okay. All right. You keep missing these opportunities to fill my head with literally whatever.
Just lies.
Just lies. You could have told me some wild shit, and I would have just ran with
Portuguese people.
And then like it wouldn't fuck you.
But basically, the book is extremely episodic. No real plot, just borrows heavily from Robinson Crusoe and does the same thing where the family goes through the evolution of civilization by starting with hunting and gathering, upgrading to foraging, and eventually farming. Like, do you know what I mean? Like, it's pretty much the natural process of how humanity started.
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
It seems like this fucking little track that we're on is like the same thing that's happening with indie games now, where everything's a survival game and it has the same kind of thing.
Until you build your own shotgun. Yeah. No?
It's a nice shotgun. Fuck off.
Like, nothing of note really happens throughout the book, but it's a well-known story that gets kids excited to play Castaways. Like, whenever there's a movie made of the Swiss Family Robinson, they always throw out like 2/3 of the book. Thank God. And the family initially has a small camp on the beach, but over time, they construct a tree house that's big enough to act like a fucking mansion. However, they eventually have to give this up as Mother becomes injured when the stairs going up to the treehouse fail, and ultimately, the family moves into a cave. Oh, and wouldn't you know it, Father is also a pastor, so there's always a Christian lesson in every chapter. I do like that, from, if these are really derived from, like, the kids making up stories and shit, they're like, yeah, and then Mom fucks it up, like, she does everything, yeah, Mom fucked up! We all had a bad time because Mom's a stupid bitch. Oh, kids.
But then Mom couldn't get up the stairs that were awesome.
Like, there she is trying to join in, like, oh, but what if your mother hurts her ankle? And they all just groan, oh, okay.
Fucking
Who invited
Mom.
fucking Mom? Emmanuel's over there like, Madre, no.
Jesus.
I don't know why I imagine him Spanish. I just didn't know Emmanuel was just
yeah.
could have named him Miguel.
I mean, he didn't name him that. He named him, oh, Jesus. See, I told you.
Johann.
Yeah, there you go.
There's a Spanish flair to Johann, I'm sure, somewhere.
Fuck, no, I feel really bad about myself. Like, I thought I was going to forget the middle names used to distinguish them. I forgot, like, the thing they were all named.
Jonathan, right?
Thank you. Yeah, exactly.
How could you ever forget a name like Rudolph? Well, one day, a young woman named Emily becomes shipwrecked on the island as well. Pretty sure this derived from, like, the fucking 16-year-old, Like, and then a beautiful bitch just shows up.
Whoa. You know? And then a young girl shows up. Like, oh.
And eventually, a ship looking for her comes to her rescue. Father, Mother, Jack, and Ernest make the decision.
It's the 1700s and I've never seen a boob.
Oh my God, show me your titty, show me your titty. Oh! I'm just making sandcastles that look like big domes. Oh my God.
What are you making? I don't know.
Jesus, this river wasn't saltwater before, but wow.
Is that driftwood looking, is that doing anything for you, or is that just me?
Oh God, the Reddit coconut story.
Just some curves to it. I don't know. Something about it.
Just finds a dead jackal. He's just like, guys, I'm gonna bury this. Fucking walk away.
What the fuck, man?
I'm so lonely.
Shut the fuck up. You're married. Look at me over here. Fucking no.
I can't stop laughing.
You don't get the bitch to me about that, motherfucker.
Father, mother, Jack, and Ernest make the decision to stay behind on their new homely island, while Fritz and Francis, after 10 years as castaways, ship off with Emily for Europe. And yes, I am throwing out a lot of the story here because, like I said, nothing really happens in it. They're just short little adventures. But I will say there is this part of the book where one of the dogs kills a mother monkey on the island, leaving its baby behind. And the family takes the monkey in as a new addition to their home, and they name the monkey Nips. The monkey's just like, how can my life get any worse? Hey, nipples! No.
Come here, Nip Nip.
Fucking 16-year-old named it. What should we name it? Nips. Oh, okay.
Nips, yeah, got a good ring to it. And 4 years later, Nips ripped my face off.
Clitty, come here. And oh my God, the penguins. My favorite part of this book is when they discover penguins. So this is from the perspective of Father, when he pulls up on shore with a rowboat they made. And he's with the boys and they see a colony of penguins. Quote, I steered gently to the shore that I might not disturb them, but Jack leaped into the water up to his knees and, dashing among the penguins, with a stick struck right and left, knocking down half a dozen of the poor stupid birds before they were aware. Some of these we brought away alive. The rest, not liking such a reception, took to the water and were soon out of sight. I scolded Jack for his useless rashness, for the flesh of the penguin is by no means a delicacy. Really? Boy just up and fucking bashed in a half dozen penguin brains.
I don't know. The first thing that popped into my head was like, I wonder if they're tasty.
They're not, apparently, according to him in the book.
According to these guys, but they're
that was his fucking point too. Like,
are there penguins in Switzerland?
No.
I don't know.
When I read this part, though, I was just in fucking tears. It was just so out of the blue and so fucking absurd. Like
oh man, I wish the rest of the book was like this.
A kid just gets excited and starts whipping out fucking birds left and right. Just And
is this a 16-year-old one?
No, there's no 16-year-old really.
Oh, okay.
Actually, yeah, I'm pretty sure after 10 years there, one of them has to be. But
yeah.
But yeah, no, it's just like a young boy. He just goes out there excited for fresh meat of something new.
Just a bunch of weird little 10-year-old
just fucking
couch fucking boys.
Starts bashing in bird brains. But, you know, his whole Christian lesson there was like, well, we can't hunt something if we have no means to eat it. Like, you can't just kill it.
We have no means to eat this. It's gross.
Yeah, that pretty much is the walk away from it, though, is he's like, why did, he's like, well, why, Father? We can eat them. No, they're nasty. I was like, well, okay. I mean, you're literally just trying to survive, though.
I mean, you can smell the penguins at the zoo. It's not. You smell chickens
good.
too. You ever been close to like a chicken?
Yeah,
like
but
processing?
for some reason I can deal with that. I cannot deal with the penguin exhibit.
No. I don't think you've been near. I don't think you've been near like a chicken like a hardcore like Foster Farm type situation.
No.
Bro, the smell.
I've just been to like, you know, Portlanders front yards and shit where they've got them.
No. Bro. No, this shit like hits you like a wall and gives you a migraine.
Fuck.
Yeah, immediately.
You just walk in there, start bashing in their heads.
Like it's a whole different thing you didn't even know was a thing as far as smells goes.
I'm kind of happy that I don't know what it is.
Yeah.
There's a lot of experiences I want to know in life, but I've never had a bucket list of smells, you know? And I'm really happy that I've never needed to know what some things smell like.
My career has taken me to many places. Most of them bad.
Most of them come out of you.
Yeah, that's true.
But I gotta admit, as much as this book has been a huge influence around the world, all throughout time, I fucking hate the Swiss Family Robinson. My biggest issue with it is that the entire story is just absolute happenstance and instances of Deus Ex Machina. And I know it's not...
It's all from his kids and shit.
I know,
like,
and I know
like,
I know it's not fair to call out what's technically a children's book, but I just hate it when stuff like this happens. Like, there are so many instances.
Yeah, I don't think you should do this, but I'm gonna do it.
Yeah, no, I don't care. I'm gonna bitch about it anyway.
Okay, cool.
This is my
Great.
podcast.
I'm just saying.
There are so many instances of the
Fuck your podcast. My name's in the title. Eat a dick. It may be at my expense, but it's there nonetheless. All right.
There's so many instances of them, like, the family getting saved by a barrel that they forgot that they had. So often do they need something, and then they just check what's, like, in this fucking barrel over here that they never bothered to check what was in it before. As the exact, like, thing that they needed, like, for fucking years, you know? Like, they never check their inventory on everything, and it just kills me. Like, you know what we need? Butter. Hey, what's in this barrel we've never seen before? Oh my god, it's butter. My suspension of disbelief gets worn out when they're still discovering barrels after 10 fucking years.
Do you think that has, like, anything to do with the fact that he was always trying to tie in a Christian lesson and, like, God providing things for them?
I don't care.
Because they were... Okay, all right.
You know what, though? I can't remember if they ever, like, just prayed and a barrel showed up, though. That's fair.
I don't seem to remember any praying.
The book was longer than it needed to be.
Okay.
I'll say that. A lot of it is gone from my mind because I read it with anger.
Shh. No, it's not time for sleep. Shh. No, it's time for tears, not dreams. Let's go.
And yes, there are themes to the Swiss Family Robinson, but I don't want to go over them. Look, it's family and God. That's all you need to know. It's very obvious. I just don't like this book well enough to go over it, honestly. Anyway, the Swiss...
lazy bitch.
I don't care.
There could have been something good in there. You don't fucking know. Jesus.
There's not. I just hate this book with a passion. I don't know why, man.
Why the fuck are we doing this then? Did something...
Because this is a famous book, and it made the most sense to go over this author after Daniel Defoe, since it's an exact ripoff of Robinson Crusoe. Right?
Okay, I guess.
I mean, it just made sense timeline-wise.
Just done like a little mini add-on or something, or like you could have literally just mentioned that. Did you think maybe you could just mention like, hey, at some point there's a lot of famous work based after this book, like the fucking Swiss Family Robinson. Blah, 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 I'm a fat piece of shit. Like you do.
Like I usually do. Yeah. No.
Okay. Instead, we did a whole fucking episode so you could bitch about how much you didn't like Swiss Family Robinson.
The last episode was like an hour and a half. We're already 30 minutes in. Did you want it to go past 2 hours?
I don't think I physically can.
Exactly.
I'm fucking old, man.
Anyway, the Swiss Family Robinson was first published in German in 1812. This may seem strange to us as the Wyss family was Swiss, living in Switzerland, but apparently the city of Bern where they resided was, and still is to this day, primarily a German-speaking city. 2 years later, in 1814, the book was translated into English, and since then, the Swiss Family Robinson has had numerous translations and is seen as one of the most popular books of all time. But very quickly, after the book's initial release, there were several changes made because copyright laws didn't exist back then. From mistranslations to new Christian morals as well as new chapters, the book started changing as recently as the very next year after the original hit the streets. But apparently, if you want the closest version to the original in English, you can look no further than the 1816 translation by none other than William Godwin and Mary Jane Claremont, which they produced for their shop, the Juvenile Library. Huh? Those names sound familiar? Motherfucker?
No.
Mary Shelley. It's her dad and her sister.
Okay. You're trying to link all this together, man, and...
Other than that, most people go off of the original French translation from Isabelle de Montelou, although she changed a lot of stuff in there, like naming the father William, the mother Elizabeth, and for some reason changing Emily's name to Jenny, because Emily's a stupid fucking name, I guess. But either way, since its 1812 release, the Swiss Family Robinson has never lost its immense popularity. It's arguably even more popular than its inspiration, Robinson Crusoe. Because although I did like Robinson Crusoe a lot better, I get it. You can read the Swiss Family Robinson from the time you're like 8 and be entertained. Robinson Crusoe can get fucking dry. The book has been a favorite among many, notably with French author Jules Verne, the father of science fiction, who even published an unofficial sequel to the book near the end of his life in 1900 titled Second Fatherland. which apparently picks up where the original book took off. How did you turn that sexual?
No, that wasn't a sexual ooh. That was that did something to my brain that I didn't like.
What?
Oh, I hear Fatherland to just get edgy. Okay.
It was 1900.
I know. I'm just saying. There's a little box back there in my head, and there's a few words that make me concerned. Doesn't matter the context.
The family cucks. Yeah, no.
That's not one of them.
Cuck isn't one of your trigger words?
No. Is it for you? You know how
it's
like
just something deep.
Okay,
inside.
wait. So it's concerning to you. The word cuck. Yeah. You know how people with little dicks don't like it when you joke around about little dicks, and fat people don't like it when you joke around about, being fat and
fuck. Oh, what?
You following?
No.
Okay, cool.
It has also been adapted in media tons of times. From an anime in the 80s to a sci-fi comic book in the 60s, none is more important than the 1965 show from CBS, Lost in Space. But in 1960, Walt Disney did make a live-action adaptation, which I never saw, and you can still visit a jungle gym structure at Disney World called the Swiss Family Robinson Treehouse, based off the one in the film.
Yeah, I think I've been to that shit.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, you grew up in fucking Florida and shit. Yeah. No mention of the horrific animal abuse that happened on set, though.
Wait, just in Florida? No, on set, okay.
Yeah. They electrocuted a fucking zebra.
What, bro?
Dude, old school Walt Disney was fucking just dictatorish. Yeah. Well, it's not riling up the way a zebra should. What should we do? Oh, I know. Just fucking electrocute the shit out of it.
Oh, get it to make... It's not making the noise.
And the one that goes, ah!
You know the noise. Give me the noise, man. Come on.
Noise. Fuck. Well, while the success of the book was immediate, Johann David Wyss couldn't enjoy his accomplishment for long. On January 11th, 1818, he passed away at the age of 74 in his hometown of Bern. The book's editor and publisher, Johann Rudolf Wyss, followed suit not long after on March 21st, 1830 at the age of 48. And still later, the Swiss Family Robinson illustrator Johann Emanuel Wyss passed away on May 31st, 1837 at the age of 54. My sources today, CourseHero.com, The Swiss Family Robinson by Johann David Wyss, First Aladdin Paperbacks Edition, February 2007. No idea who translated it.
31 years
and
old.
Wikipedia.
Nice.
Shut up. Nuh-uh.
Yeah.
Nuh-uh.
Did you smell that?
Smell. Oh, no. What'd you do?
I had like 8 sticks of fucking pepperoni today.
I had 8 sticks of butter.
Yeah, you did.
Mm-hmm. Oh, God. It makes the alcohol go down a lot smoother, too. It just slides right into my fucking arteries.
Good. So, thoughts, prayers.
I hate this fucking book, man.
Why? It's not, I mean...
I don't know. I've read kids' tales before and everything, but they were always structured with, like, let's say that, like, there's supposed to be some sort of thing mentioned early on that you forget about, and then it's brought back later at the end or something. And I get it. I mean, these are just really bad, like... but I don't think it's any excuse, really.
I mean, if it's just supposed to be like fun shit for kids.
Well, no, but here's the thing: it was published in 1812, and
how much fun shit was there for kids back there? That was like that? Come on, man!
No, I get it. I'm just saying though, like around the same time period, I want to say like there was. Look, I'm not gonna name any because I don't fucking know, but I'm willing to bet that there were better kids books out there.
I don't think depressed men in their 30s was the target demographic, even at that time period, Jordan. So I'm not surprised that this whimsical outlook on this island life is something that didn't resonate with you or I.
I gotta say, I do like the fucking penguin genocide.
Sorry. Go on. No. Don't worry.
I like electrocuting zebras. Overall, yeah, just not.
That has nothing to do with book. Wait, I mean it does technically, but it's not. Why you don't?
Walt Disney was a monster. Anyway, you got anything to add? Did you ever fucking read it or like know of it or like do anything with it or watch the fucking movie or anything?
Yeah, I think I like had tried to watch the movie and then, just got bored and probably fell asleep when I was a child.
Yeah,
it's not because it wasn't a cartoon, and I hold to that even in my
to be completely
being
fair,
an adult.
Yeah,
it's not a cartoon. I don't
Yeah. Well, I mean, to be fair, like movies from like fucking 1960, like they got grainy footage and shit. And let's be honest, like it's not a story that's good.
Yeah, no, it's no, like any shit from that time period. It's things that are just in your brain from passing out and then waking up at 2 a.m. so you can turn the TV off and that's what's playing while you walk to it.
Well, first of all, I will say any movie from back then that is worth its time has been updated to fucking 4K already. So like, I could watch fucking 2001 and it looks fantastic and it's fine because you know what? It's a good movie. They needed to update it and so they did it.
I still couldn't get through it though.
Yeah, that's fair. It's extremely fair.
It's not that there's anything wrong with it. Like
I know.
It's the same shit that I get with a lot of good sci-fi. It just makes me fucking sleepy.
Exactly,
like I'm interested.
It's good sci-fi.
It's awesome. There's good cinematography. The soundtrack fucking kicks ass. It's interesting. I get fucking 20 minutes into Interstellar. I'm passing the fuck out.
I know. No, I
don't know what it is.
I'm not blaming you. That's what good sci-fi does.
Okay,
because there's more science than there is the fiction, and so they got to explain the science, and it's boring. But that's what makes it good.
Except for Star Trek. That's the hangover cure.
Ugh. But what I will say is this: you getting up and turning off that TV at 2 a.m. May I say, you made one fatal flaw there.
Fatal flaw?
Oh, yes. You don't turn off the TV at 2 a.m. You wait for commercial time.
At least they're not to fucking talk properly.
You wait for the commercial breaks, and you are sure to get that fucking Girls Gone Wild the bongos playing.
No. That was... no, don't shut the fuck... No.
What?
No. That was Comedy Central.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, did
exclusively Comedy Central. It had the Girls Gone Wild.
Oh, come on.
And then you were fucking
Walt Disney Channel, 2 a.m. Boy, that was some
11 years old
shit.
fucking... Whoa. 11 years old fucking spanking it to nippleless boobs.
Mm-hmm.
Just doing your best.
Boy, that awoke something.
Becoming a man.
I wonder why I find mannequins so fucking sexy. Anyway.
Whoa. Cool, yeah, let's end it there.